What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with Technical Solutions. I hope you guys are all having an amazing day. We got Mr.
Ryan Hildreth.
All right, and his YouTube link is going to be down below, so you guys can feel free to follow him. I'm sure, especially as of recently, I've seen actually a lot of your videos like posting and kind of like trending on my YouTube newsfeed.
Yeah.
If you guys know anything about Ryan, one of the things that he's investing in, one of the markets that he's investing in currently is cryptocurrencies, correct?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that, a little bit about yourself, and then about cryptocurrencies.
Yeah, sure. So my name is Ryan Hildreth. I'm an online entrepreneur. I do a lot of marketing, online marketing, social media marketing, but my background is in stocks and investments, okay? So I worked at an investment bank for a while. I trade options, and one thing that I was hearing from a lot of my students in a lot of my courses and just people that are subscribed to me and messages on Facebook is, have you looked into Bitcoin? Have you looked into cryptocurrencies? And at first I was so skeptical. I was like, no, I don't believe in, unregulated currencies. Like the government could just shut it down. And of course I didn't know anything about it, but I had a strong opinion. So, being self-aware, I was like, you know what, maybe I should do my research, look into it, and see what it's actually about. So I obviously, saw the documentary on Netflix, Banking on Bitcoin, then I read a couple books, and after that, I quickly changed my mind about the actual technology behind it, the blockchain technology, and decided that, you know what, I'm gonna set aside a little portion of my savings and my income and put that into Bitcoin and just see where it goes, And when I first got in, I was buying at, 30, 32, 3,300, and now we're at 5,500 about a month and a half later.
Yeah, I think the peak that it has hit is like 5,800, right? Almost nearly 6,000.
Yeah.
So if you guys don't know anything about Bitcoin, very quickly, do you want to give them like a brief little summary? Yeah,
so Bitcoin is a digital currency. It's decentralized, so there's no banks involved. It's just peer-to-peer. Like I could send Ricky some Bitcoin, he could send me some Bitcoin without a bank needing to verify that transaction. Instead of banks verifying, computers verify. So what is called miners. And the thing that I like about Bitcoin is that it's a incentivized currency. So all the computers that are mining, that are validating transactions, are paid out by the network in Bitcoin. Okay, so it's like, think of it like mining gold, but online, and there's no physical labor, just your computer doing the work for you.
Yep.
Another reason I like Bitcoin and why I think it's so trendy is because it's a scarce asset. So there's only going to be, I believe, 21 million Bitcoin ever mined. The last one will be mined in 2140. So what does that do? Well, as the demand rises for Bitcoin, there is a limited supply, so the price in turn goes up. And that's where I see it being very valuable right now as an early investor, because you could definitely make a return on your investment and just get in early. So
one of the questions that I think you answered for me that I personally did not know is that how is someone that is just about to start out with Bitcoin being at $5,600 nearly at the current moment, how is someone that is just starting out to invest in that market supposed to invest $5,600? But you answered it in one of your videos. And do you have to buy, like when it comes down to trading a stock, you have to buy one share of a stock at least to be be able to actually purchase it? With Bitcoin, do you have to buy the $5,600 of USD for one Bitcoin?
So no, you don't. And for Bitcoin, you can literally take $1 and buy a fractional share of Bitcoin, which is really nice. For those who just want to get started but maybe don't have much to risk and just want to get started with $1 to see how it works out.
Test the waters, right?
Yeah, test the waters. I mean, I think it was, if you invested $100 back in 2010 into Bitcoin, your Bitcoin would be worth 75 million now. So just start off small, do whatever you're comfortable with, and I recommend that for any type of investing.
Yeah, and even like, dude, just imagine that. Like if you have, like, instead of going out and buying like two, I don't know, Starbucks coffees, I don't know how much they would cost, maybe $10, possibly put maybe $10 into cryptocurrency, and in the grand scheme of things, right, because the biggest reason that I see value in cryptocurrency, I'm not suggesting anyone to invest if you guys don't feel comfortable in it, but the reason that the US dollar and every other government centralized currency depreciates in value is because they always continue to produce more currency.
The Federal Reserve, Janet Yellen's able to print more money to get us out of recessions and stuff like that. I mean, the whole technology behind it is amazing. The Bitcoin mining difficulty goes up as the price goes up, so it's like, it becomes more and more scarce. So that's kind of why I like it.
Sweet. So and then now for someone that is starting out into Bitcoin, right? Obviously this is something that you've been heavily invested in. I was asking him, I was like, hey, is there any other markets that, he does affiliate marketing, social media marketing, he does a bunch of different things. What's one of the biggest markets right now that you would want to choose to invest in? And his answer was he sees so much value in cryptocurrency. So for someone starting out that might want to get started in cryptocurrency or investing in Bitcoin, what are 3 tips that you think that have led to your success?
I would say don't be afraid to set aside a little bit of money to invest in your future, you know what I mean? Because Bitcoin, as it stands, is a scarce asset and it's going to go up in price. So I wouldn't be opposed to setting aside $100, going on Coinbase and exchanging it for Bitcoin. That's one. I mean, sometimes you have to take risks in order to achieve a gain. You have to take some sort of risk. So calculate that risk, find out how much you're willing to invest, and won't put you in a financial burden, and go for it. Number 2, explore the options. Obviously there's other coins out there. I'm heavily invested in Bitcoin, a little bit in Ethereum, and a little bit in BitConnect, which is also a platform in cryptocurrency. It's the number 10 cryptocurrency. So check out BitConnect too. I mean, that's a whole different platform where you could loan out your Bitcoin and they pay you 1 to 2% daily. So that's kind of one thing that I've been going a little bit heavier on because the returns are so good.
1 to 2%, that's huge.
Yeah, it's pretty huge, and it's consistent to where I could hold Bitcoin, but some of the days it's down and I have to stomach that. Some of the days it's up, and I either hold it or I sell it for a gain. But whereas in BitConnect I could loan out, kind of lock in the Bitcoin price that I bought at, loan it out, get my 1 to 2%, and I'm gonna get that capital back later. Kind of like almost like a bond, you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Almost like a bond. So, and then 3, I mean, I would say document your journey, just like Ricky does, like I do. I mean, if you document your journey, you're spreading the message, you're getting people educated on what cryptocurrencies are, and I'm just sharing what I'm learning every single day. I'm not, no means I'm an expert in the field, but I'm just sharing what I'm learning every single day, and it's, every morning I wake up and I read about it, and I always learn something new. So
I think that's one of the coolest things, because what you just said on the last one, just documenting your journey and sharing it, because the first video I ever pretty much documented was me buying my house at age 20, and I did it just randomly. It was like the day before Thanksgiving, and I couldn't go home because I had work and stuff like that, and being able to document that and knowing that video would, a couple months later, be in the thousands, and I had no followers, nothing like that. It was a brand new YouTube channel, and it's crazy the amount of content that you can put out there that can either guide people in the right direction, and also expose people to a new market that could actually lead to their success. So that's one of the coolest things that I think I like to focus on. It's great that you're able to bring it up, and I'm sure it's something that, based on your YouTube channel and your Instagram, that I've seen that you continue to remind people about new markets that you see value in. And if you're willing to invest in it, always manage your risk. Only invest in what you see value in. But in the grand scheme of things, I think there's nothing wrong with working a normal job, right? 100% stable income, I think, is very essential. But when it comes down to really trying to find creative ways on how to make money, you have to think a little bit outside the box. There's obviously transactions being made in cryptocurrency, money being made.
Yep.
Can you be part of that, can you be part of that market that's making money? There's definitely a way, right, to do it. It's just, you have to find your own techniques and your own method, and that's the power of networking. So yeah, I think that's huge, and sharing your best practices, sharing your mistakes, and sharing your journey.
Yep, exactly.
That's huge. Anything else that you want to say?
No, man, I appreciate you having me on the channel, and yeah, look forward to collabing with you in the future too.
Definitely. So again, Ryan Hildreth, his YouTube channel link is going to be down below if you guys want to learn a little bit more about BitConnect, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, affiliate marketing, social media marketing. He has a series of different markets that he excels in. He simply just talks about them and teaches in a couple of those markets. So if you see value in that, feel free to follow him. Other than that, thank you guys again so much for watching. All the links are down in the description. If you guys would like to be a part of TechBud Solutions, the link is going to be the 5th link in the description. And that will guide you on over to our free Facebook group. So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys again, and like always, guys, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care.
I'm at my prime. Yeah. I'm at my prime. Whoa. Have I gone too far? Do you detect something different? If you look